Hello fellow YouTubers, today is a Wednesday, stay there, settle down. Oh, that was quick, I got it. It's a little lid that goes on that mug, keeps it warm along with the cosy, a beanie. What was I saying? The glasses are driving me nuts, must get rid of them. There's some others. Today is Wednesday, August 29, yeah. Yes, it's been another sort of spring-like day as far as the sky goes. It's perfectly clear, but it's cold. That's okay. What's not okay is that my dearly beloved is ill and in bed. She's got I think it's gastroenteritis, and I think it came about from some lasagna she bought yesterday. Two different types, but I couldn't eat much of it because it was too spicy, but she gave it a fair go, and she didn't really like it either. But it was expensive. Only a small piece of lasagna. One was $7 and the other was $6. Now I like lasagna. I make a terrific lasagna actually. But this lasagna was very spicy, and I don't like spicy food. And for the first time, the girl said that it was too spicy for her too. She usually doesn't mind spicy food. But anyhow, cut a long story short, she's in bed and doing a little better than she was last night. I went to town today and got some Lucasade and some Hydrolyte. We'll see how she goes. Yes, so I finished putting together the creeper, and I took it outside and to show you, and here's what happened. You watch Transformers more than meets the eye. I'll get it in a sec. Yeah, I know. I was just being a smart aleck. Not really. You can see why it's called a creeper, because it creeps all over the place. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. But yes, and that oximeter, I'm kind of sorry I bought it. Yeah, I know it's a marvel of modern technology, and I'd really like to know how it works. But what's the point of it really? I mean, really, it tells you what your blood oxygen level is. Well, that's all well and good. My blood oxygen level can be 99, 100 sometimes. On average it's around 97, which is good. But it can be like that even when I'm having a breathless episode. Oh sure, it'll drop down to 84 if I'm having a really bad breathless episode, 84. But then it quickly goes up. But really, when you're having a severe breathless episode, the last thing on your mind is that you're thinking about putting your oximeter on to see what your oxygen blood level is. Who gives a hang? You're terrified. Terrified that you're going to die. There's nothing worse than not being able to breathe. I can vouch for it, and so can countless others. With experience of your life, bar none. So, I don't know. I got it now. I suppose I'll keep it. Although sometimes it won't give a reading, and that really angers me. Like what happened when I finished with the creeper. Take a look. That's made me pretty breathless. I'll just check the oximeter. It's not working. Should work first go. I think I wasted my money. I don't want to have an Apple ID verification, so piss off. $98.79. Yeah, it's over there somewhere. There you go. Yeah, great. And why is that taking so long? No, something wrong with this damn thing. Nothing's happening. God, what's the matter with the bloody thing? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it or not. Good. It shouldn't take that. Oh, there we go. What is it? 96. 82. No, see, I don't know what goes on with this. Yeah. 98. Yeah, see? 98, 98. Pulse is up. Yes, see? I was pissed off. Yeah. And I have read the instructions. I always read the instructions first, never buy anything new. And I was doing it all right. Yeah, I don't know. It just sometimes it just don't work properly. Or maybe it's my finger. I wasn't giving you the finger. No. There's that little what's her name? My little icon again, right there. There, the brightness sort of thing. I don't know, whatever. Anyhow, enough of whinging and whining and counting. Oh, whoops! It's getting on to 5:45. We got some chicken pieces yesterday, and I just put them on in the turbo oven. I better zap up and just make sure they're going all right. Oh yeah, I'll be back. I'm back, and I'm breathless. Doesn't take much. I suppose I better do a reading because there's really nothing else I can tell you. Yeah, really. Yeah. Anyhow, in yesterday's reading, I finished off with we might not have our own ball for a while, but someone else always did, and nobody minded sharing. Yes, I am really fuming. I had 4 contemporary friends. My brother Richard, 1. And it was a conjunctional association both ways. Richard, almost 2 years my junior. And in the year 1956, was in his first year of primary school. I in my 3rd. And besides going to school together, he tended to tag along with me on most occasions. Of the 4, 2 were somewhat regular companions. Scott, I called him Scotty, Lambert and Charlie White. Scotty lived with his parents in a ground floor unit on Stanmore Road, 3 buildings from the corner of College Lane. He was a rough and tumble type, a happy-go-lucky, somewhat verbose character who, like my grandmother, didn't have much in the way of material things. He lived what he said was a suitcase life. Something I didn't understand at all until he explained while actually showing me the suitcase. I remember distinctly he pulled it off the top of the wardrobe. My father has one, my mother has one, and this is mine on top of the wardrobe, he said. And all we have fits into those 3 suitcases. And when we move on, that's all we take with us. Okay, I said matter-of-factly, and left it at that. He attended the same school, was in the same year but a different class. And while it seemed he had always been around, there quickly came a time when he wasn't. And I never knew why. I guess I just didn't understand the true meaning of a suitcase life. Charlie White lived with his father in a 2-storey weatherboard house at number 33 Middleton Street. It was built on a massive sandstone outcrop that stopped abruptly toward the back of the house, then dropped dramatically to a sheer vertical face. The building extended beyond that point as a veranda, supported by 6 imposing wooden stays and accessed by a steep flight of stairs. In the backyard was a well-maintained carpet of verdant lawn, giving way to a chicken coop in the left corner and a vegetable garden in the right. A paling fence separated the backyard from the rear section of the adjoining lot, which housed 2 small corrugated iron sheds covered in lantana, wild blackberry, choco vines, and clinging succulents which had taken over the entire area. The remainder of the lot was vacant and perpetually in shade from the enormous and dense canopy provided by a stand of evergreen trees, which grew along the front fence and partway down the immediate neighbours. The house itself, and indeed the homes that complemented that final section of my house, of my home street, were imposing in contrast to all that preceded them. Even the front fence was impressive, with its solid concrete footing and neatly spaced iron bars, each topped with a fleur-de-lis. You know that sort of. It's a scout symbol too, the fleur-de-lis. I had 13 minutes to go, and I better keep an eye on the clock. Sorry to interrupt. A fleur-de-lis. 2 concrete pillars played host to a massive wrought iron gate that, despite its bulk, opened and closed almost effortlessly, and without the slightest complaint. Walking through that gate and up the front steps to the front door was like entering another world. And I sometimes had to turn around to satisfy myself that I didn't. Okay, it's 5:57. The interior of the house was spacious and uncluttered, a welcoming, bright and airy environment that made my simple abode seem stark in contrast. And then there was the music. Mr. White was a professional pianist who sometimes gave tutorial lessons at home. Charlie played too. Whether he was good or not I can't say, except when I heard him practice, what he played sounded okay. I've never been a musical person, but I know what I like. And I like what Charlie played. It didn't hurt my ears. I sometimes had lunch with Charlie and his father, sitting at the kitchen table eating my sandwich while Mr. White made conversation, nodding my head or shrugging my shoulders, my eyes in constant motion as I looked here and there, feeling nervous and a little naughty. There was a photograph of a nude woman hanging on a wall as part of a calendar, and it always drew my attention. The photograph in question was of Marilyn Monroe. It was taken off the, I think the front page of Playboy. It may very well have been a Playboy calendar for all I know, but it was the nude photograph of Marilyn Monroe. Yes. And it did indeed draw my attention. Look, folks, I'm going to have to call it quits. I know it's only a short reading, but I don't want the turbo oven to turn off with the chicken in there, because it'll get moisture in it. It's nearly time for the news. So I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I'll finish off that reading tomorrow or the next day. And until next time, bye for now.